The first presidential debate is still very much underway right now. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were questioned about some controversial issues, including recent cyber attacks on the U.S. and the birtherism controversy. Take a look at where the candidates stood on the issues tonight.
We have to restore trust between communities and the police. We have to work to make sure that our police are using the best training, the best techniques, that they're well prepared to use force only when necessary. Everyone should be respected by the law, and everyone should respect the law.
We have to bring back law and order. Now, whether or not in a place like Chicago you do stop and frisk, which worked very well, Mayor Giuliani is here, it worked very well in New York. The community within the inner cities has been so badly treated. They've been abused and used in order to get votes by Democrat politicians, because that's what it is. They've controlled these communities for up to 100 years. Nobody was caring much about it. I figured you'd ask the question tonight, of course, but nobody was caring much about it. But I was the one that got him to produce the birth certificate.
The birther lie was a very hurtful one. You know, Barack Obama is a man of great dignity, and I could tell how much it bothered him and annoyed him that this was being touted and used against him. I know Donald's very praiseworthy of Vladimir Putin, but Putin is playing a really tough, long game here. And one of the things he's done is to let loose cyber attackers to hack into government files, to hack into personal files, hack into the Democratic National Committee. And we recently have learned that, that this is one of their preferred methods of trying to wreak havoc and collect information.
I don't think anybody knows it was Russia that broke into the DNC. She's saying Russia, 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 but maybe it was. I mean, it could be Russia, but it could also be China. It could also be lots of other people. It also could be somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds, okay? You don't know who broke in to DNC, but what did we learn with DNC? We learned that Bernie Sanders was taken advantage of by your people, by Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Look what happened to her.
So the debates are a way to keep voters informed and let them know where the candidates stand on those issues. Buffalo's North Park Theater held a debate watch party tonight. It's going on right now. News 4's Callan Gray is live there and spoke with voters. Hi, Callan.
Nalina, this is definitely a fun event here. They have popcorn for sale, candy. It's just like you're being at the movies, except, of course, that it is a presidential debate. They actually printed out bingo cards for everyone who came in with some of the key points, like trade agreements, tax returns. One of the voters that we talked to said the thing that stood out to him the most tonight was he was surprised that the Clinton email scandal came up so early in the debate. Another issue, he said, was what you just referenced, was Donald Trump's comments about stop and frisk. Other voters we talked to said they were looking for more information on how the candidates were going to bring our branches of government together today. We are still trying to get more reaction from them. Of course, the event is still going on right now. But earlier tonight, when Hillary Clinton said, "You live in your own reality, Donald Trump," that was the first time that we really got a big reaction from people here. And if I had to guess, I would say that most people here are Hillary Clinton supporters. The theater is about 3/4 full, and pretty much all of the main points she's made have gotten applause from this crowd. Donald Trump has not gotten as much of a reaction, but we actually talked to a voter who said he's on the middle of the aisle. He came here just to learn tonight, and he was impressed with both candidates.
I don't really love Clinton. I don't love Trump either. So it's like I wanted to watch this just being open-minded. I had my thoughts about Donald, but I figured that he was going to definitely, his team's definitely going to prep him up in some sort. And you know what, dude? He's definitely doing a lot better than I thought. Honestly, he really is. He's stepping up. He's got some knowledge. I think Clinton's kind of slaying it.
Now, Nalina, as you said, this debate is still going. We are going to go back inside and talk to more voters as it wraps up and bring you another live report tonight on News 4 at 11. Reporting live from North Park Theater, Callan Gray, News 4.
And we will check back with you then, Callan. I'll let you go for now. Thank you for that live report. We are also hearing from a lot of you online tonight. Lynn tweeted us saying this: Trump's making no sense at all, completely unqualified. Your newsroom should be embarrassed quoting him. Well, Mick, in response to Hillary Clinton's email scandal, said, too bad that mistake put people in danger. Anyone else would be charged with treason or put in federal prison. Well, someone didn't use spell check when creating the tickets for tonight's debate. News outlet The Hill tweeted a picture of the ticket tonight. Hillary Clinton's first name is spelled wrong. Clinton spells her first name, of course, with 2 L's, not 1. NBC Nightly News anchor Lester Holt moderated the debate tonight. He is moderating it right now. Holt was under a lot of pressure to call out the candidates if they stretched the truth. At one point, Holt challenged Trump over the candidates' refusal to release his tax returns.
Mr. Trump, we're talking about the burden that Americans have to pay, yet you have not released your tax returns. And the reason nominees have released their returns for decades is that voters will know if their potential president owes money to, who he owes it to, and any business conflicts. Don't Americans have a right to know if there are any conflicts of interest?
I don't mind releasing. I'm under a routine audit, and it'll be released. And as soon as the audit's finished, it'll be released.
The IRS has an
Excuse me.
audit of your taxes. You're perfectly free to release your taxes during an audit. And so the question, does the public's right to know outweigh your personal?
Well, I told you, I will release them as soon as the audit. Look, I've been under audit almost for 15 years. I know a lot of wealthy people that have never been audited. I said, do you get audited? I get audited almost every year. And in a way, I should be complaining. I'm not even complaining. I don't mind it. It's almost become a way of life. I get audited by the IRS.
All right, so who do you think is winning the debate? We want to know. We posted this poll on our Twitter page at News4Buffalo. Tweet us. Let us know what you think. And also, do not forget that our live team coverage continues over on Channel 4 and News 4 at 11. You can also find all of our coverage on our website, WIVB.com.
They obviously all enjoyed flying. They enjoyed the camaraderie. They did a lot of things together, like flying out to the Sunday morning breakfasts.
Family and friends are remembering 3 local aviators tonight. They died after 2 small planes collided in the town of North Collins yesterday. News 4's Rachel Monjovi is learning more about the victims. Rachel?
Alina, it's day 2 of the investigation, and we're learning more details tonight about who the victims were and what factors may have played a role in this crash. Those who knew the victims are expressing their sadness tonight, but are also remembering the lives they led.
Very, very big loss for Western New York, big loss for the world. She was a good person.
Families and friends are mourning the loss of 3 people in a deadly plane crash. Sunday morning, officials say 2 small-engine planes collided with each other in the air, crashing in the town of North Collins.
The Cessna behind me is a high wing, so you would have trouble seeing above you, and the Piper's a low wing, so you would have trouble seeing below you. They were not in contact with air traffic control, and they were not required to be in contact with air traffic control.
60-year-old Paul Rozak and 69-year-olds Richard and Kathleen Walker died. The 3 were part of a group called the Breakfast Club, meeting every Sunday, flying to different airports for a quick bite. They were in a group of 6 planes heading to St. Mary's, PA. 24
hours, I've heard more things about this wonderful woman than I've heard about anybody else in this town. That she was a great kindergarten teacher. She was an outstanding 1st and 3rd grade teacher, and she had connections, with people, from my age, down the line to young children now.
Paul was a great guy, and so was Richard, and they'll be sadly missed.
The NTSB says both planes dropped off radar before 9:25 Sunday morning. Investigators are looking at whether environmental conditions or the planes played a factor. They are also looking at the pilots themselves, despite their experience.
We're really just documenting the machines, trying to capture any evidence that might get distorted when we move the wreckage. In the coming days, we'll be looking at the pilots' overall and recent experience with the machines' overall and recent maintenance. The environment will be looking at weather and radar data.
Authorities tell us the investigation will most likely continue for the next 6 to 12 months. They expect a preliminary report in 10 days, but that report will not explain the why of the investigation. In the studio tonight, Rachel Monjovi, News 4 at 10.
Rachel, thank you. Williamsville's deputy mayor is off the job indefinitely tonight. Mayor Brian Kulpa accepted Christopher DuQuinn's request for a leave of absence effective today. DeQuinn was charged with DWI earlier this month. Police say he drove drunk, caused a crash on North Ellicott Street, and then left the scene. DeQuinn also owns Stevens Driving School. Village trustee Daniel Delano will serve as deputy mayor during DeQuinn's leave of absence. Well, all new tonight at 10, police at UB are investigating a case of forcible touching. It reportedly happened early Sunday morning. Police did not release much information besides that. They say this happened at Griner Hall on the North Campus. Police know who the suspect is, but did not give that person's name. They say there is no threat to students tonight. Next on News 410, grounded in Buffalo, what forced a Spirit Airlines flight to make an emergency landing moments after takeoff?